Hey guys, Monica here for the Monica Brant show here at the American Fitness Expo in Houston, Texas. And I'm here with the beautiful Marissa Howel. Might know her as the Texas Quad Queen. And let me tell you, her quads are awesome. I just got to feel them myself.
She did.
Yeah. I felt up her leg. I'm not ashamed.
Neither was I.
I love a good muscle.
I don't know, what an honor. This was not how I expected my day to go.
Even go Houston and see these quads. You know, when you see just beautiful muscle, it's just like, we're in the same industry, right? You're just, maybe 20 years, 30 years behind me or something. But it's just, we all appreciate the same thing. Right. I mean, we have different nuances, but we all appreciate the same idea and the muscle and the health and the athletic part of it. And so I am definitely in awe of your beautiful structure, not just your legs.
Thank you. But it is a signature piece, so that's okay.
Fun. So tell me about your background and how you got started and what you've got going on right now. I know it's kind of a big, broad thing, but
there's a lot to that. So my background primarily has been in powerlifting, which I think was the biggest foundation for bodybuilding and setting up the mindset for that. I had a phenomenal coach in high school during that time. So I think just the work ethic and, the lifting obviously translated, and that's where the foundation was for the quads.
That's awesome, because not everyone has good coaches in high school for strength training.
Correct. And I've seen that happen a lot. He was an old school power lifter himself. So I got the old school mentality built in early. We squat for depth, we squat for quality, everything was foundationally and structurally in place.
To the grass.
Yes, absolutely. Every time.
I don't normally say that word, but it makes sense for right now. So.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. And it was that mentality, starting at age 14, and so 14, 15 years later, it's just been instilled and built on.
But you're only 2 years older than that now. Like, you're like 18 or 19 now, right? So
yeah, give or take a couple of years, and you're still 25, I stopped counting after a while. But that's what it started as. And it's just been a very passionate experience. It's not just been chasing the aesthetics of anything. It's been the mindset and the drive and the community. I think that's one of the biggest things, too, is coming to shows like this and getting to meet people who feel like family.
I love it. Okay, did you compete in powerlifting then?
Yes, competed in powerlifting. In high school, went to state my senior year. Had the top squat in state that year in Texas, which is cool.
Oh, yeah, so it's not just a pretty face and big muscle. It's like, it can work.
Yes, it's a workhorse, country muscle, as we all talk about it, from the country. And that was a lot of it too. So did that. And then last year competed for the first time in bodybuilding.
In which category?
Wellness.
Well, I was going to ask, but you say the bodybuilding and it's like this big umbrella. So mind you, when I got started, it was just bodybuilding.
Right.
And then I came in strictly at fitness, and I never did bodybuilding.
Right.
So for years, people would be like, oh, the bodybuilder. I'm like, I'm not a bodybuilder.
Right.
So now it's so different now, because everyone's like, oh, I'm in bodybuilding.
Correct.
But there's all these other events, right? So it's weird, just the difference in how I thought about it, because I liked being known as fitness, not bodybuilding.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's kind of like there's a weird little tick when someone calls me the bodybuilder, but you're like, I didn't want competing in bodybuilding. I'm like, okay, what category?
And there's a lot of clarification, especially with wellness still being newer. Mm-hmm. That's even, I think, less heard of at this point.
So talk about wellness, because maybe some people haven't seen it, and share, your take on what wellness is.
Well, wellness is going to be mostly about lower body development, having a disproportionate upper body to lower body. So smaller up top, bigger lower body, which is, been the easier part for me to go through. What I have found is it's still finding its definitive look. So depending on the girl that you see, they may have a sporty, what I would consider a sportier kind of racehorse kind of look to it. It's very lean, but dimensional. And then there's what I would consider myself more three-dimensional and more broad of a leg look too.
Sure.
So it's still narrowing it down to look, but at the end of the day, it's lower body big, upper body small.
Well, that's good, because even for me, and I don't know that I ever would have been the true wellness look, but I could have been if I had trained for that, because I barely touched my legs outside of my sprinting and of course gymnastics, I did a lot of jumping and all that, but I was always more dominant lower half, and I always had to work really hard to get my upper body bigger.
Really?
So I like the fact that to match, right? To be symmetrical on stage and have that look, right? Because you're, especially when they're looking up.
Oh, yeah.
And they see these legs, and if you're like, you know, as opposed to, you know, this and then. So yeah, it was a challenge for me always in that area. So I like the fact that they've given the ladies something to do that is more along the lines of what their natural ability of their physique is.
Right.
And of course, you still have the other events that you can jump into if you fit those other events. So,
Right.
so how long have you been doing wellness now?
Well, last year was the first show that I've ever done. So I guess officially by, you know, postmark of a show, at 1 year, or I don't know, 6 months, I guess, 6-7 months. But I've been training in the process of it for about 2 years.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we just hopped right into it. I pulled the trigger. Did not want to get on stage at first. But I was like, I want to look like that. But
Come on, girl. I bet you have a little sass up there.
it came out, but you know, it's
came
like
out.
it came out, but it's just, you know, it goes by so quick, you know. So
Yeah.
it was a good moment. It was a good mile marker. For
Which
me, I
show
think.
did you do?
The Battle of Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, Sheila and Freddie's show.
Yeah.
So great show. I love Sheila. You know, been able to work with her before as
Okay.
well. So
And then what's the next?
we'll see.
you have-
determined.
Okay.
Coming
Yeah.
back from a knee injury right now, which has obviously been detrimental. Of course, you know, it's legs. You know, and it's like I need my knee to be able to move. But on a daily basis, working through that mentally, you know, it's a humbling moment. And then just adapting, and that's what I'm really big about, is commonly or consistently adapting and working around. You know, adapt and overcome. So yeah. So
And outside of competing in wellness, we were talking earlier, you have some passion about another just kind of aspect of this. So what are you thinking long term? I know competitively, yes, if you can get, want to get back on stage and have fun with that part of it. But you know, if we're good at this industry, we use the shows as part of our career, but it's not everything about it. That's not all we are, and that shouldn't be all that we become.
Right.
So what do you feel as do you even know yet? Are you just kind of like venturing? Like, what is kind of, how do you want to use these to get to that next place?
I think, you know, for sure, just finding my way, but I want to do it. I've been through so much in my own life that I've had people that I've been able to look at, you know, throughout the years that have helped me build my mentality, but I want to be able to give that to other people, teaching how to get through adversity and getting through those times and still being where you want to be, you know, and it's, being an athlete does take a certain type of mental strength, but everybody can be great, but it's hard to be great and continue on whenever things are really hard. And that's like a message I would love to show, you know, because I can identify with a lot of different people in life. I've been through so many different things. I have so many different people in my life and my family. So I want people to feel more included. You don't have to be a certain type of person, like the David Goggins kind of mindset. Like, just because I'm here now doesn't mean it's been like this forever. So I would like to make my mark on the fitness industry in that way, just showcasing mentality and mindset. And then, you know, obviously to go to the Olympia would be great, but just showcasing real life, you know, as an athlete, not getting caught up in the Instagram or social media portion of it, just being a true athlete that can leave a legacy behind.
I love it. Yeah. What do you do professionally?
Roofing.
Roofing.
Yeah, roofing and roofing and auto restoration.
Okay.
Auto interior restoration.
So they've been like, Miss Quad, you cannot get on the roof today. Your legs are too big, and you might put a hole in the roof because your legs are massive.
I have had some people turn me away from inspections, you know, so I'm doing the sales of it and then the inspections.
Okay.
I'm not building the roof. I'm too clumsy for that, you know. But
it's funny to think, like, it's just roofing.
yeah, I mean, that's it. That's exactly it. So, I mean, it does get hard some days getting up on the roof and getting off of it is,
So you know everything about roofing?
yeah, not everything, but getting close to it.
How long have you been in roofing?
5 months.
Oh, wow.
5 months, and it's taken off. It's going great. And I'm doing team lead now, and probably about to go into business with a friend of ours.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been great. I love being outside. You know, helps get the steps in and stay active. But yeah, I know it's kind of random, but I love it. It's a good industry.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So this is the passion for you with the wellness and the bodybuilding industry and helping other people. But you're like, it sounds like you're really passionate about the roofing business and what you're doing professionally. I think that's amazing because not everyone has that opportunity to do something that they really love in both areas.
Yeah, and that's, I think,
That's so
that's
fun.
something else we all need, you know, as athletes, is a good balance in life. mentally and emotionally. So
very cool, very cool. I want to say there's a knee program that you need to know about.
Okay.
Because I was having some knee issues this year, just from probably age and just I took some time off. And when we're a doer and we take time off and try to come back, it's like the body's at 53 now, and just hormones were off. So anyways, it's a program that I was introduced to by another very top-notch trainer. It's called Knees Over Toes.
Okay.
And the guy has been coaching athletes, and he had his own set of knee issues, developed this, and now this is all he does. And he's worked with thousands of people. I've heard some podcasts that he's done, just a few, but I was like, bought his book off Amazon super cheap.
Okay.
And he's got a protocol of 8 exercises. And they'd be stuff that you'd be like, and he explains it. I read it on the track, walking backwards, and stopped on the track before I did my track, because I'm a track person.
Right.
So I did it. It took me an hour to read it, walking backwards on the track and stopping to do the exercises every time I got to read through it. And now it's part of what I do. If I have a active rest, I do a set. I do active rest, I do a set in between my shoulder workout or whatever.
Right.
But what he teaches is all about rehabilitation of knees. And he said any knee, doesn't matter what the knee issue is, will benefit from his program. So
awesome.
Sharing that out to the world that listens, he's called the Knees Over Toes guys.
Okay.
The Knees Over Toe guy.
Okay.
Anyways, and when we get off here, I can show you
absolutely.
stuff. But it's helped me tremendously. I've sent it out and I actually want to get him on an interview someday too. So
that'd be very neat.
I think it's cool. Yeah. Because us fitness people, we were taught you don't put your knee over your toe.
Correct.
And I learned that for years, and I've never had knee issues until this year when I took some time off, came back, and then all of a sudden and I'm not just certain times like going down a squat or something, but everything that I've done with him now in his program, I feel like it's gotten me stronger already and stronger in other areas. So anyways, can't say enough good things about it.
Awesome. Check
Very
it out.
specific, and it's for any knee issue.
Awesome.
And it'll be our little secrets to get you back on stage faster.
No, I love that. Anything at this point to help.
Okay, where can people find you?
Instagram, Facebook. Instagram is Texas Quad Queen, and then Facebook is Marissa Howel. So I'm on there. Different content kind of on both platforms. Instagram is more fitnessy geared, and then Facebook is more lifestyle, just day-to-day life stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, gotta stand up. And let's see. Can we get you up here? You guys
I can fall through a roof. I don't know if this is a good idea.
You won't fall. You just gotta. Okay. There you go. Look at those beautiful things. They're beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
Show and tell. Show and tell on the Monica Brant show.
Yes, thank you so much. So good hearing this with you. We absolutely.
All right, guys. Are we still on? All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you to Frontline Alternative and my sponsor, STEM Regen, for bringing me here to the American Fitness Expo. See you on the next interview.
Bye.